Boom.
What's happening, Good Game Report Nation? It's your host, Stav. What an intro right there, huh? How about them apples? Jeez, a classic baseball movie, if I've ever seen one. The Sandlot, edited by Mendy, featuring Stav, Mendy the Jet Rodriguez, and JCubed as the pitcher. Uh, Excellent intro. That was fantastic, dude. That mustache is just something else. So, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. If you're listening, thank you for watching. If you're watching live on Twitch right now, give a big yours up in Twitch right now. Let's get those emotes flying. Good to have everybody here. We have an awesome podcast in front of us. I'm really excited to get into. We're going to talk about some Apex, and some gaming news. We're going to talk about Ninja and TFue. We got some Courage food stuff that we didn't get to last week that I want to touch on this week. 100 Thieves Content House was released this week in a video, so that was pretty sweet. We had a Twitch partner get banned because of something stupid, which is always fun to talk about. Pokimane signs a huge deal with Twitch. We got COD Warzone discussion and Valorant, the new game that came out this week that we're going to touch on. And then for our general discussion at the end of the episode, we're going to talk about mobile gaming in apps. That's right. That's what our guest JCubed is a professional in on the side of Apex Gaming. He's a pro apper. He's a pro mobile genius, mobile lord, legend, however you want to phrase it. But we're going to get into a nice little question answers discussion on that. And also, we have some GGR questions as well that we're going to hit. So, without further ado, let's bring on my guest, the editor from that awesome video. We got Mendy up in here. Mendy, can we get a yer for the yours in chat?
Year.
Can we get a double yours for the yours in chat?
Year.
Oh, big preach. Hello, Mendy. How are you?
Good. How are you? I'm feeling good.
I'm
today.
okay. I'm okay. We're done with you now. And now to our guest of the show. You know him as JCubed. I know him as JCubed. Mendy knows him as JCubed. We all know him as JCubed. JCubedApps in the building. Good Game Report streamer. How are you doing, JCubed? Thanks for coming.
I'm doing amazing. Thanks for having me, guys. And that, I have to say, that was an awesome video right there. That intro video.
So we didn't want to show it to you. We were on the
Yeah.
fence. We're like, should we show it to him? Should we not?
It was great. I
was spitting out my G Fuel when he first showed it to me. The pictures, once Mendy the Jet turns around and you see that stash for the first time, you're just like, oh boy, this was something else.
I almost think you didn't need the picture. I think I see Mendy when I see Benny the Jet.
It's never going to be the same. I will never be able to watch that movie seeing Mendy's face and mustache on Benny the Jet.
Yeah.
You ruined that movie.
I made that movie.
You ruined it forever. No, that was freaking great. JCubed, thanks so much for coming on. Greatly appreciate it. I've been waiting for this one because we just kind of had you lined up for so long. And then I was like, finally, we're doing it. We're pulling the plug. So we have you on here. Thanks so much for joining. If you don't mind, a lot of people in the GGR Discord already kind of have an understanding of who you are, but in case people don't, do you mind just giving a little brief who you are, what you are, and what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm JCubedApps. As you guys can probably tell by the hat and the hoodie, I am an Angels fan. I love the Angels. They are the local team to me. They're only like 40 minutes from me. So been watching them for a long time. Well, not too long. I've been watching baseball since I was a little kid, and I love baseball. So that's where the baseball stuff comes from. I stream on Twitch 3 nights a week. I love playing video games. I am a software engineer by day. So like you said, I create apps all day long for mobile, for Mac, for all kinds of different platforms. Just whatever's exciting for me at the moment, I'm in it and I'm writing code for it.
The people want to know, how long did it take to make your studio behind you?
That took a really long time because I had to Google and find the exact correct image that I wanted on my green screen. So probably took at least 30 minutes to find the picture and get it set up back there.
It would have been great if you green screened a Motel 6 hotel room to match Mendy's hotel room.
It would have, right? Yeah.
That would
This
have
is
been
actually a green behind me. Like this isn't my actual room.
Mendy.
It's actually a green screen,
Yeah.
and I've just been playing you guys this whole time. So shout out to my green screen.
Shout out to my green screen yours out
Yeah.
there. So JCube, you're a streamer. You say you stream 3 nights a week. What games do you play? What games did you play in the past? What are these people gonna know you for?
I play mostly Apex right now. I've been playing Apex since it came out. Well, since a week after it came out. I played a little bit of Fortnite before that, but yeah, I just never got the building down. I was never fast enough, and it was frustrating. And then Apex came out, and I jumped in head first. I've been playing it ever since. First person shooters. Those are my games. So if a new first person shooter comes out, I'm gonna jump on it, see if I like it, play it for a little bit, for sure.
Apex is really freaking addicting, I must
Hmm.
say. Like I was 10 out of 10 all in on Fortnite, streaming it every night. And I honestly I haven't played it in so long, and I just love playing Apex right now. I'm already better than Mendy, which is crazy. He's been playing it for a really long time as well. I finally moved past him, and I'm coming up to Scoot right now. Next is Danks, and then after that, I'm going after Lambo and Shots. So that's my goals for the year in regards to Apex. But you know, I beat that first guy, JCubed.
Yeah.
And you even said it
That
last
first
night
guy.
live in my chat that wow, you're so much better than Mendy. It's crazy.
Do we need to talk, JCube?
No comment.
It is a really fun game, and I enjoy very much watching you play it. I like it because I can catch you when I'm done playing it at the night because you're on the West Coast. So it's like my shift
Yeah.
ends, your shift has just started, and I get to come in, watch a couple games while I'm wiring down for the night. So what about your gaming background? When did it start? I'm guessing it started just like every guest that we've had on. What was like the first console and like the first games you remember playing?
Yeah, my first console was a regular Nintendo NES, Nintendo Entertainment System. Parents got it for us several years after it came out. It was not anywhere near just on the market, but parents got it for us, and we played the heck out of it. And then graduated to other consoles. There was no first-person shooters back then. Everything was those 2D side scroller type things. But once consoles got to where you could actually do the first person shooting, that's when I still remember playing Metal Gear Solid way back then and loving those types of games. So I was all in on those kinds of games, even from a little kid, from the start.
Did you go the path of PlayStation or did you go the path of, well, obviously you went the path of Xbox because that's what you play on currently now, correct?
I did. It was interesting. I didn't want the Xbox, but my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, girlfriend, fiance, girlfriend. She was my.
One of
She
those.
was
I
in
don't
my
know. We were
life.
together.
She
I
was
don't
in
know.
my
She was
life.
in
She
my
was
life.
there.
And the PlayStation 2 was out, and I really wanted it. And the Xbox had just came out, and I was looking at the performance specs on the Xbox, the CPU and everything, and it was so much better than the PlayStation 2. And I was blown away. And every time I would open an ad and I would read the specs, I would just say, "Wow, this thing is crazy." You know, a Pentium 733 processor, that is insane for a console. And I was just so blown away every time that my wife, not at the time, she went and got with my parents, my brother, and she put in a most of it. And for Christmas, I got an Xbox, and I was totally surprised and blown away. And ever since then, I've been an Xbox guy.
Well, I mean, I love the story of that. I'm sorry that you ended up going Xbox though, but I love the story and the background of the journey of the Xbox. Mendy went down that same path, but
Mm-hmm.
he just bought it for himself. He chose the Xbox life, not the PlayStation life.
It's true.
The Xbox life chose you, JCubed, for a reason,
It did, and I stayed with it.
and you've been slapping ever since that was made. So did you play like Halo and stuff too? I'm guessing.
Halo is what keeps me on the platform. Because Halo only launches on the Xbox. It only comes on the Xbox. I've actually gotten rid of consoles before and stopped playing. And then the new Halo came out, and I'm like, okay, I got to buy an Xbox again. And I get the Xbox again, just so I can play Halo.
I think everybody who had Xbox in their life played Halo at one point or another. It's just like left hand, right hand. You have Xbox, you play Halo.
Yeah.
And the people that have PlayStation were like, no, I never played Halo. like that's me. I didn't really ever play Halo. I played at my friend's house once.
Oh, the original Halo was amazing.
Stav wouldn't know that.
I don't know because I never really got into it. So I'm gonna say it's overrated. No, I'm just kidding. I actually have a lot of respect for Halo in that community, and the Xbox people definitely crush Halo and Gears of War. You ever get into Gears of War?
I did the first one. I only played the first one a lot, and then after that, I didn't get into the sequels.
I didn't get into the sequels either. What hooked me on Gears of War was the trailer, that Mad World trailer or something like "All around me are familiar faces, worn out place." It's just great, and it really hooked me into because I did have Xbox for a little bit, and I got Gears of War. I was like, "This game's awesome," and then I made the right choice and switched over to PlayStation. So, I actually love Gears of War though.
I actually got to go to the 0 hour when the 360 launched. Me and my brother went to this event sponsored by Microsoft that was like 2 days before the console actually launched, and we were there on site in this warehouse. They had consoles everywhere for people to play, and the head Cliff Brzezinski of
Hey Cliff, shout out Cliff.
The studio that made Gears was there, and he showed off Gears of War. He showed off part of the game live for people there, and people actually got to go on stage and play the game. So that was like my first look at Gears.
That's pretty cool. Pretty nice of them to do that.
Yeah.
The so let's get into your streaming stuff a little bit. When did you start streaming?
I started streaming in August, the end of August.
This past August?
This past August, yeah. Before that, I was kind of tinkering with it, maybe in July, but I would just kind of stream to my Xbox, from my Xbox to Twitch, and not have a cam, and it would just be me in chat, just kind of messing around, trying to save videos, and I don't know, see what's going on. Maybe somebody will pop in my stream and I'll be famous. No, it didn't work out that way,
but you're famous now.
Well, I don't know about famous, but I'm more known a little bit
known now. What if you don't mind me asking, what took so long for you to hit the go live button?
That's a good question. My friend was streaming, and originally my Xbox was in my living room, and I played on a 60-inch high definition TV that was hung over my fireplace, and I sat about 15 feet away from it. So any kind of streaming setup would have been very challenging to get a webcam in there, to get all the equipment in there. I don't know. My wife wouldn't appreciate it if I tried to put a green screen behind my recliner in the living room.
Let's switch this question over to Mendy as well. Mendy, what took you so long to hit that go live button?
I don't know. You were the one that convinced me to do it. I was always kind of shaky about it for whatever weird reason, but I'm really glad.
What was holding you back though?
I don't know. I feel like you're trying to get at something, and I'm missing it.
No, I'm honestly just curious because I sat there once Twitch really started to blow up. I was like, dude, this is perfect for me. Like, I need to do this. I need to do this.
But that's also kind of a thing where it's like it is blowing up. So why should I join the wave when people have been doing it for years? I think that's kind of the thing that I saw it. I was like, why do something that people have been grinding for years out already, and just now they finally get the reward that they deserve? I think that's
because you get to play awesome video games with Stav, duh,
and JCubed.
No, it is weird. Like people sit there and they're like, should I go live? For that first time, and then it just kind of takes over. It's just really addicting to. Obviously, the first couple months, you're building a community, and then you get that community, and then you just love spending time with the people in chat and talking to them. That's my favorite part. I'm terrible at video games. Everybody who's seen me play knows I'm not good at video games.
Wait, I thought you were goated.
Can we get some goading in chat?
Yeah,
He's
you're
very
right.
humble.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
goated.
you're right.
Don't
Yeah,
listen to that.
no, but like the connecting with the people is the fun thing, and you know,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's one thing we all do well here, including Mendy, who I don't really like giving props to, but Mendy is very good as well, mainly because of Speedy. But JCube, you do a really good job with your community, and it's very nice when you go in there that we can have almost an entire conversation together, just in chat, and I think that's one of the things I love about going over to your Twitch, your broadcast, is we get to have a little connection while you're playing video games. So I love that part of your stream.
Oh, thank you.
So you obviously started streaming Apex, it sounds, since you started what,
Mhm.
5-6 months ago.
Yep.
Have you ever streamed anything else besides Apex?
Yes. I streamed Halo once.
When the new one came out?
No, I was very frustrated because I was dropping solo and I didn't have a squad, and the teams, the randoms were not playing. There was no cohesion, and it was like an hour of that. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna go play Halo, and I'm gonna play the Halo.
And that was the only time you haven't played Apex.
That's the only time that since August that I haven't played Apex. I might have when I was streaming directly from my Xbox. I might have had Fortnite on there. I don't think so, but maybe.
Hmm. Did
What'd you think
Apex
of
by any
Fortnite?
chance make you want to stream more?
Wait, what was that? You guys both asked a question.
You go first, Stav.
Nope. Mendy the Jet, this one's all you.
I was just curious too if Apex was the one that made you want to stream, or it was just a game you really like to play.
Apex really promotes streaming for me because I've actually met a lot of cool people that I get to play with in Apex. Before I was dropping solo a lot, and
Hmm.
when I started streaming, I had the cam on, and I started meet people coming in. Now, at least when I'm on stream, I always have a full squad. Most of the time, I have a full squad, and even when I'm off stream, I'm still playing with these same people. So
Hmm.
I met a lot of people that I get to game with. So with Fortnite, it wasn't like that.
Yeah, that's what just makes Fortnite the best ever. You know, just no, I'm kidding. We won't go into that. Well, let's roll into Apex with that. Do you find it so that, for me, I didn't play Apex for a long time because I didn't have people to play Apex with,
Mhm.
and I didn't want to jump in solos. I didn't want to, jump in with random people, knowing I would be really bad to start. So that's what kind of halted me from really going into Apex when it first came out. But now, with the GGR and stuff, you get to meet people. And I met my friend Scoot, who introduced me to Mendy. And then I started playing Apex that way with those two. And I think that's a fault for Apex. Do you agree that the trios alone kind of hurts this game a little bit?
Hmm.
They had a solos mode. It was a limited time mode, and they did solos, and it was so amazingly fun. Especially when you don't have a squad, you can just drop in solo. Everybody else is going to be solo. You don't have to worry about some random running off and stealing your loot. And
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. So I think there is definitely that impact where you need a squad to play. But I think the developer has said from the very beginning is they want this to be a team game. They want you to have a squad and communicate. That's why they worked so hard on this ping system that every other game is stealing, and that
Yeah.
um so and that's why the characters call out certain things, even not the actual player, but the character itself calls certain things out when they're getting third partied, or when they're getting shot at and stuff.
Do you think the game would be unfair in solos because of certain players, special skills?
When I played solos, I was Pathfinder. I think that's when I started becoming a Pathfinder main, because in solos I could get anywhere with Pathfinder. I can get a pie, I can do anything I want. I think there definitely is an advantage for those types of legends, but I think there is a good balance. Like I think Crypto would be horrible in solos.
Crypto's kind of arguably already horrible right now.
Pretty much. He's pretty much bottom of the barrel. I mean, his drone is useful if your team gets
For
knocked and go
team.
picking him up.
Yeah.
But solo wise, he would definitely. I don't think he'd be very good.
Well, let's go right into this. I'm guessing Crypto's up there. JQ, who are your 3 least favorite Apex Legends currently right now?
3 least favorites. I would have to say definitely Crypto. I would say Mirage. And my next one probably is going to be Bloodhound.
Whoa.
Even though they buffed him a lot.
Even with the buff.
Your earmuffs to all the Bloodhound
I
lovers.
haven't
Wow.
played him after the buff, so
It's kind of
he
insane.
may be better. But I'm a slow to react kind of guy, so I need some way to escape. So
Yeah.
I like the legends that give me that ability to hide or run away or stuff like that.
Mendy, who are your 3 least favorite Legends right now?
Least Caustic. Not good with Caustic. I'm gonna say Bangalore, not because it's a bad character, just because I'm bad when I play Bangalore. And then I don't like knocking down Crypto, but I'm gonna have to put Crypto on there.
Poor Crypto's just getting ripped
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, I hate saying it, but it's kind of true.
All right, for mine, Crypto, you stink. I'm gonna go Revenant just
Yeah,
because
I
I
was gonna
think it's the
say.
most useless character I've ever seen. I love the backstory of Revenant. I think it's a really cool character. The skins Revenant has are really sick. You serve no purpose. You serve no purpose to me. Literally zero purpose. And I'm gonna go Bangalore. I just don't think Bangalore. I don't think the skills she brings to the table reasons or merits any reason to bring into a trio squad. I think the smoke sucks on both sides. I hate going into smoke. I hate being in smoke. It just draws attention, like they're in there.
Yeah.
The airstrike that she calls in,
Barely
it's
does
super
anything.
delayed.
Yeah.
It's super delayed. I almost feel like you can get out of any of those scenarios. So those are my 3. Those are my 3. Let's switch it though, because obviously JCubed, you main Pathfinder. I main Pathfinder. I just mained it last night.
He
It's
just moved
officially
over
mine.
to Pathfinder.
Oh man.
It's officially mine. So if we ever
Nice.
play, I'm sorry, you'll have to play
Welcome to the
someone
club.
else.
And I switched over to Octane out of nowhere.
Other than your main though, who's the other character you like jumping in as? We'll just do one for this one.
If I had to choose, I'd probably just choose Wraith.
Okay.
Because I could queue out of situations and use the portal to
Help your teammates and stuff.
help my teammates. Yeah.
Mendy,
Since I'm Octane now, I guess I have to go Pathfinder, or is that a cop out?
That's a cop out.
Before.
That's a cop out.
I can't say Wraith either because I feel like that's a cop out. I'm gonna go Lifeline.
Oh, I wanted you to say Bloodhound.
Oh, true.
You when we first started playing, you were always Bloodhound.
Yeah, but before that, I was always Pathfinder. I've been switching around a lot.
I like the people with mobility in that game. I think that's the best. I think it helps the team out the most when the person has mobility. So if you do a Wraith Pathy Octane combo, I think you're absolutely goated.
Because you can go anywhere at any distance.
With that being said, though, this new Bloodhound that's out, you almost need a Bloodhound on your team at all times.
Yeah.
The sonar is crazy.
Insane. Yeah, it really is.
You can do an entire city.
And it holds on their position for a little bit too. I feel like before it was just for like a couple of seconds. Now like you can see where they're even going while you scan them.
Buff that too.
Yeah.
I'm in love. I can't use Bloodhound because JC, like you said, I'm really slow with moving. Like I get in really bad situations, like really, really bad situations. And I need some sort of getaway. And so that's why I always did Wraith, and that's why I switched over to Pathfinder last night. I just need mobility. I need to get out of a situation. But I was kicking it with Keen last night, and he was ripping Bloodhound, and we did really well. Knowing where the enemies was huge, and it definitely helped us out the entire night. So maybe it's a little too big of a sonar, because I think a lot of people ran into a lot of opposing Bloodhounds last night.
They might nerf it a little bit. It seems pretty. You can do one whole building, from top to bottom in Fragment which
They're
is crazy.
they're on the right path by buffing it because it's definitely cool.
Yeah.
It just might need to come down just a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I thought that was a great update. Except for the backpacking stuff right now. How long has it been since the new update? Thursday? Was it Thursday or Wednesday?
Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday.
So close. I was so close.
Monday, Tuesday,
So
Thursday.
so they dropped out ammo from 80 to 60, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the reasoning, JQ, do you think is behind that? Do you think there's actual reason, or do you think because I have a guess as to why, but I'm curious to see what you and Mendy think about this.
Well, I think dropping the ammo was the only reason they did that is because they added 2 slots to the backpack. So now
Yeah.
instead of your original 8 with no backpack, you now have 10 slots. So they reduce the amount of ammo and heals that you can carry to kind of compensate for those extra 2 slots.
Okay.
But the big one is the grenades, the throwables.
Yes, the grenades are now individual slotted now.
Yeah.
So I have an overall feeling of why I think they did this. Mendy, do you have a guess as to why they did it, or are you just like, nah, dude, it's cool, bro?
I have no idea. Like, it seems like whatever they changed to it, it weirdly balanced itself out because they open up 2 slots, but they also limit to what you can carry in it. I don't know why they did it.
If you get like a gold backpack now, I'm like, I have extra spaces. Like I just have like, there's not enough things in the entire map to pick up because like I feel like the gold backpacks now are huge.
Yeah.
With the extra spots. So me personally, I think they did this to try to limit, and I was preference try third parties. You don't have all this extra ammo anymore to start full sending. You kind of need to be smart now with what you're carrying.
That's
You
true.
can't be running in there anymore, chucking thermals and grenades and stars because you don't have like the doubled up, throwable weapons in there. I mean, obviously, there's still going to be third parties, especially with the mobility factor that's out there. You're always going to have that, but you're kind of thinking right now. At least what I try to think is like, okay, I only have 120 bullets right now. Do we really just want to go full send this, or should we think smart here, go to a different spot and get that fight maybe after? That's just what I thought when I saw the updates. I know I'm probably correct because I'm always correct. I'm never wrong, never been wrong in my entire life. But I didn't see that much of a difference. It was at first I was like, whoa, 80 to 60, that's kind of tough. That's a tough one. But like you said, there's 2 extra spots now. Just throw them in there, see what happens.
I think what you said was a good point, though. It kind of makes you strategize more instead of just picking everything up and running with it. Now it kind of makes you think like, okay, what do I really need, and what should I just drop now and just settle for it for later.
I love having throwables, especially late game.
Oh yeah, it makes a huge difference.
And I find myself not having a lot of throwables end game anymore because I don't want to waste 2 slots on a ninja star and a grenade.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather carry a couple extra batteries or something like that. So I drop a grenade or a ninja star. And I find myself hurting.
You don't even have to like throw it to hit them. You could just throw it to make them reposition or like make them move out of whatever hiding spot they're in. So it's not even like a damage factor. It's just from flushing out wherever the other teams are hiding from.
We've never asked this before. JCube, out of the throwables in the game, what is your favorite?
Ooh, question.
That's a tough one. Probably, I'm gonna have to go with the thermite. I think the arc star is a close second, but I love the thermite. I love the amount of damage that I can potentially do.
Yeah.
I throw an arc star at a downed person with a shield. They could take the brunt of it with their shield. I throw a thermite at them, and it's on them, and they're gonna take massive damage. Same with the grenade. They can stop all that damage with a shield. Thermite, it's gonna melt them.
Mendy, what do you think?
Literally.
It's just a beautiful sound when you hear the tick noise from the thermite when they're trying to. It's like tick, 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 and you can see the number where they're running to.
Yeah, that's helpful.
It's just beautiful.
I love the thermite too, and you know what's crazy is I think the thermite is like the least effective because it just goes out in like one straight line. Like it's not like in a circle. So like if you miss that that line, the person just backs up
Yeah.
and like you continue burning them, but like it's a very small chance of like actually doing real critical damage.
Mm.
But it's the best by far. Like it's not
Yeah.
even close.
I love throwing it on a door
I
and then
love
watching the
throwing
door
thermites.
explode.
I love
Yeah.
chucking them. I always pick up. This question just popped to me, so I'm sorry I didn't warn you about that one, but I thought that was an interesting question.
Good question.
JCubed, we'll cycle back to the beginning. I want to know what made you fall in love with Apex.
Kind of going back to what I was talking about with Fortnite. I was playing Fortnite with friends, and I was not very good at it. You give me my gun, and I've got the other opponent in the open, and we're shooting at each other. I would win sometimes, but I get into this build fight, and I could do like a 1-story build fight and maybe a 2-story. But if it goes over 2-story, I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm just spamming builds, and I'm just doing stuff, and I end up dying. So it was frustrating doing that. When Apex came out, I just fell in love with the game because it was all gun skill. It was me versus another player, in the same fashion of COD, but it was a battle royale, and so nobody was going to build a 6-story tower on me in 5 seconds, and I didn't have to worry about that. So it was a lot more fun for me.
Gotcha. So, Mendy, what made you choose Apex?
I missed Apex when it first came out, and I felt like there was huge news around it. I forget what I was doing for the first month, but I felt like I was missing out on a game because they made huge headlines. I think it was breaking numbers and stuff, most download games, all this and that. Like, now I'm really missing out on this game. So I started playing it, horrible at it, and then I knew
Still
I knew my
horrible,
buddy
but-
Scooter was playing it, so I was like, you got to show me the ropes. You got to help me out here. And then after that, it kind of dipped off a little bit, and I kept playing, and then I kept making my friend Scooter play with me, and we got hooked on it ever since. And I'm glad we got you hooked on it too.
I love it. I wish I played it earlier. I just I everybody knows I love Fortnite. But the building I was always decent at in Fortnite. So
Mhm.
like that part of it, and I completely understand for anybody that says that they switched off of Fortnite because of the building, because it is a different skill that is very hard to learn, and it's very frustrating while learning it because people are so good at it and you go against them and you're just like, what am I supposed to do there?
Yeah.
And I'm glad we have a game now that if that wasn't your specialty, like you liked playing Fortnite, you liked the battle royale, but you couldn't really build and hang and have fun anymore, Apex is a really good option. Right? It's a very good battle royale. There's no building. It goes in about just good positioning, accurate shots, and being smart and picking up the right weapons and learning your skills with those weapons. And I think Apex did a really good job with that. And I'm hooked. I couldn't be more hooked on a game right now. It's crazy. I'm such a big fan of it. Was there any other battle royales, JQ, that you were trying to decide between when you first started playing? Or I mean, obviously there was Fortnite. Did the other COD bring you any closer to doing that?
I played the Black Ops 4 battle royale. I think that was even before I played Fortnite, so I didn't really understand what a battle royale was.
Interesting.
I read the little blurb about it, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And I landed my very first game. I landed on this little town. There were some trailers there. I ran around. I found a gun. Within 30 seconds, I look, and there's this truck barreling down at me. And there's this guy in this truck, and I try to run around and I try to shoot at this guy. The guy eventually kills me, and I'm dead, and the game's over. And I'm like, wow, this sucks. And I didn't play battle royales again for a while because I was like, I don't get this. I don't understand.
Very interesting. You went COD Blackout as your first battle royale, to Fortnite, and then now to Apex. No PUBG or anything like that. H1Z1.
I never played PUBG. I actually have it installed on my Xbox, but I've never actually played it.
I've never touched it either. It's crazy. Couple things. I need to know what you think about Gibby? Do you hate Gibby as much as I hate Gibby in Apex?
I absolutely hate Gibby. I when I see a Gibby on drop, I'm a little frantic because I know this guy's got OP health and that he's gonna be hard to take down.
What's up with Gibby? And what's up with people using Gibby? Don't use Gibby. Okay, if
Yeah.
you're out there,
If you're
don't
listening.
use Gibby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if you
Facts.
have if you main Gibby, delete Apex. Okay, you're part of the problem.
Yeah, they've given him too many buffs. I'm looking. I'm glad they nerfed his arm shield a little bit because I hate his arm shield, and it takes too much of my R99 bullets to breaking it.
I proposed a simple solution to Gibby. Okay, keep your arm shield or whatever. You're gonna kill me, but if you lose, if I break your shield, you can't have it for the rest of the game.
Interesting.
You cannot have the
I
shield
like
for the
that.
rest of the game.
What if you can charge it up
right.
with a battery or something?
Nope,
There you-
done.
Just done, one and done.
Yep,
But it's only
done.
like what, 75 now? 75.
Yep. So every fight, you can't just sit there and just throw your dang shield out and just eat bullets. You're done.
Okay.
See ya. You're in the lobby. Don't use Gibby.
I like it. I like it.
Get him out. Gibby out.
Bye bye.
I gotta let my dog in real quick, guys. I'm sorry, he's barking like crazy over here.
We'll switch this over to the Mendy the solo. We'll up the Mendy solo your section right now. So Mendy, the floor is yours, my friend.
I gotta time this right so JCubed has enough time to come back. But everybody that's in here now watching this live, we are currently on Good Game Report's Twitch channel. We try to do this every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you aren't able to catch this, then you can see it on our YouTube channel, Good Game Report. Please subscribe, like, comment. We love the feedback. And we also post the audio into all of our podcasts. So check it out on your Spotify, Apple. Just type in Good Game Report. We're there. On all social media, we're Good Game Report. Please drop us a follow and go join our Discord. We do a top 10 video once a week. You can submit your clips to get featured on it on our YouTube channel. And we also do raid nights Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We go into like a small time streamer, try to help them get affiliate. And then Fridays, a new thing we're starting to do now is game nights, which is also at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So definitely tune into that. Peter's been doing it, and then Subby stepped up the plate last week, did a great job. And he also, actually, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that part, but he did a great job, and the Raccoon did a great job on the raid night, is what I was getting at.
Raccoon killed it.
Yes, so follow us on social media to get all of our updates, and thank you for tuning in.
Great job, Mendy. That was very powerful. It was a great message. It was beautiful. Not a dry eye in the entire chat right now. So thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.
So that was just a little bit of JCubed and his background. Real quick, how'd you come across the Good Game Report, and how'd you link up with us?
Good question.
I followed a Good Game Report on Instagram.
Ooh.
And I'd see their posts, and I would like them. They were good posts. And after a little bit of time, Craig sent me a DM on Instagram telling me about the Discord and saying, "Hey, you should join it. It's a great community." And I did. I joined it immediately.
And then we had a non-lengthy question that came up saying, should we add JCubed to the GGR stream team? I immediately said yes without hesitation. I said this one does not need to go up for a vote. And then
I actually said you're instead of a yes, just to clarify.
And we sent that over to you, and we are very happy to have you as part of the GGR stream team. As I said, you being on the West Coast really gives the GGR community a full day of streamers to watch. You have Sir Cosalot all the way across the entire world who is playing at the middle of the night. And then you have the Euro lads coming on. And then you get the East Coast people in the States. And then it caps off with you on the West Coast. That's not the reason why we added you to the stream team, but it almost completes the full circle of the day. And then it just starts right back up again the next day. So thank you so much for joining the community. One, you're very active in it. Everybody knows who JCubed is in the Discord, and you're a great streamer. So we love having you, and happy to be a stream teammate of yours. So
Yeah, I love the community. I love everyone I've met. It's really cool playing with people. I think I played several games with Wacky. Played some
Mm.
PC games with some other guys. It's really fun. It's a lot of fun.
he's always like there. Like if you need a third, I feel like JCube's just always. Let me go fire this old thing up right here. Just turns it on, grabs the controller.
JCubed is my go-to guy whenever I have like an off-schedule thing going on, or if it's just a random part of the day. I'm always like, JCubed, you free? Like, you trying to get some games
Yeah,
in?
yeah.
And
It
sure
is
enough,
pretty awesome. It is
I
pretty
love it.
awesome. So so that's JCubed, GGR stream team member, Apex player,
Goated.
just overall goat when it comes to everything. Big baseball fan. So that's the intro to JCubed. We're gonna roll into the gaming news stuff right now because we have a lot of really good topics that I'm really excited to get into.
Yes.
And we're gonna start off with something that happened actually not this past week, but the week before. There was a little ninja TFue.
He feud.
TFued. It was a nice little battle between the two. So Ninja's Twitter got hacked. I actually think it really did get hacked because he was sending out some really weird stuff. And he sent the hacker sent a tweet to TFue and said, "Fight me." And this just set Turner over the edge. Like I feel like this has just been bottled up for a really long time, and then he like lost it. He made this crazy video about like he really wants to fight Ninja or something like that, like in a ring. And they ended up going back and forth. Ninja actually just comes out like the next day after. It was just like, Turner, I don't want to fight you anymore. And we don't want to do this. And I mean, just like it sucks that his thing got hacked and it turned into this, but it's kind of been like an ongoing beef that these two have had, and they've been gaming each other against each other for a really long time.
Yeah. Even before both they blew up.
Even before Fortnite, they were doing battles. I think it was like PUBG or H1Z1 that they were playing against each other. So this is like a real rivalry here. Like this is Dodgers Angels. This is Yankees Red Sox. Like there's just like bad blood there. Do you guys favor one side or the other? Like JCubed, do you see one person as being right and wrong, or do you just see this as just a weird situation?
Well, I definitely side with the Angels on
Okay.
that on that
Okay.
first one. On the other two, I don't really. I think TFue is better.
Ooh,
Skill
okay.
wise, I think TFue
Oh, you're going
plays better.
off skill or off like fighting in an arena, like squaring up.
Fortnite skill.
Okay, okay.
I think Ninja's really good, but I think TFue. Well, both. I think TFue would win both.
just to make sure we get that answered, yes.
Yeah, TFue's a little crazy. He's a little not my style, but so if I were watching somebody, yeah, I probably wouldn't watch either one of them. But
Okay.
yeah,
Wow.
I think TFue would win both.
Gotcha.
Two for
Mendy,
two.
do you think what do you think of this situation?
You know, I always thought TFue was a cool dude until he started that whole crazy contract thing, and I was like, I can't tell if it's just him kind of acting out for whatever weird reason, or that he was really in a bad contract. So I always thought he was a cool guy and like a genuine person, but ever since he kind of went a little off the rails with the contract deal, I'm kind of second guessing him. Because I've seen a bunch of clips where he was like, I don't understand why people hate on Ninja. I don't understand why people give Ninja such a hard time. Like, it's BS, blah, blah, blah. And then out of nowhere, he's like, Ninjas try to kick me off Twitch and this and that and blah, blah, blah. So I don't really know what's going on with him. And I definitely don't know what's going on with Ninja. But I guess to answer your question, I don't even know if this was the question, who's better at Fortnite? I'm going to say TFue. And who would win in the fight? I would say TFue. But that would be pretty darn cool if Ninja out of nowhere just kind of like hit him with a hook and TFue just dropped. Nobody would expect that, and everyone would lose money.
I think this is another scenario where both sides just take huge fat L's, and it's like it's not like, yes, it's PR. Your names are both out there for a bad situation, but like nobody's winning. Like I can so see Ninja like going to Twitch and be like, either he needs to get kicked off Twitch or I'm leaving. and then like goes to Mixer because Twitch is like, we're not kicking TFue off. Like
Yeah.
he has like our highest numbers.
Yeah.
And then like the Turner like, dude, fight me. I was like, I'm gonna come on. Like that's just not like.
Because
not the
his account got hacked too. It wasn't like Ninja actually said to him like fight me. It was his account got hacked. Like he could have just been like he could have said nothing. He could have just left it there.
It didn't need to. The video after the hacking thing didn't need to happen. I'm interested though if one of these like big World Cup tournaments happens or something like that, and like
they fight 1v1 on Fortnite and then they fight in the ring like boxing.
Like, can't you see like if Ninja makes like a crazy play, right? Like in the tournament, and like TFue's like behind him or something like that, and like he like eliminates him, like he just stands up, he's like, yeah, and then like Turner being wicked pissed, just like gets up and just like throws his keyboard at him. I'll stay tuned. I think they're both hotheads, so like it could be perfect. It is a sweet rivalry though, and it's cool that like an esport has a rivalry like this that dates back for a really long time. So I think that's one thing that is cool about the entire scenario. Moving to a less, no, I won't say less talented Fortnite player because he's really good. How about one of everybody's favorite content creators, Courage JD. Big shout out to Courage. And big props, he got his own Chipotle menu. It's like a double chicken, double rice menu. And it's actually on the website. If you go to the website, it's his face, and it's like get the Courage JD bowl or something like that. And how sweet of a freaking sponsorship is that? Like, yeah, you can get like a car or something like that, or be sponsored by G Fuel or whatever. Shout out G Fuel. Use code Stav in there and check out.
I'll actually do that.
But like, how cool is it that you have a Chipotle thing after? Like, he doesn't have to pay for Chipotle ever. That's breakfast, lunch, dinner, right there every single time. Delivery.
I really love Chipotle for that,
bro. If I wasn't paying for Chipotle and I could get it delivered every meal, every single time, without question.
Wow.
Without question. It's like it's super healthy, right? Like the rice and chicken. Like if you don't get like the crazy stuff.
We'll see.
What's up, Mendy? What do you got against Chipotle over there, bro?
Look at Courage, man. If he eats Chipotle all the time.
He's in wicked good shape now, which is crazy.
It's because of Chipotle.
Chipotle is really healthy if you do it right.
Dude,
like,
I feel like if I were to pull up all the nutritional facts, it would still say like over 1,500 calories for like one burrito.
Dude, if you get the lettuce bowl with just like the salsa,
why
and,
would
like,
you go to Chipotle for a lettuce bowl though?
I used to get it all the time.
That's whack. I'm going to Chipotle.
Yo, JC, please help me. Is Chipotle healthy or no?
If you do it right, I get the bowl too sometimes. Sometimes I don't want the big tortilla, and I get the bowl. I don't get lettuce in it, but I get the bowl.
Mendy double wraps his burritos with two tortillas. The extra sour cream, extra guac.
I hate sour cream.
All right, so let me phrase this question to you, and we'll start with Mendy over here, Your Highness. When it comes to healthy food, if you had to have a menu item named after you at a restaurant, any restaurant you want, what restaurant would it be, and what would the food be?
It would be a chain restaurant, like something everybody knows.
Sure.
I think from a marketing standpoint, McDonald's. They're everywhere. Everybody knows McDonald's.
And
Why
what
are you
would the
shaking your
food
head? JQ, oh, wait, you know what? Enough of this on me. JCubes, where are you going?
No, what is the food item that is going to be named?
Dude, McNuggets. It's going to be Mendy McNuggets or something like that.
So they're just gonna change an entire food, that one of the most popular food items in the world to the McMendy's.
Dude, I'm on fire, baby. They have to do it for me.
You're done. JQ, what about you? What a terrible answer that was.
What do you
can't
mean?
hear this right now.
Everybody knows McDonald's.
McDonald's are
everywhere.
The number one chain.
Thank you.
So I get that. But
then why are you shaking your head, JCubes? Horrible answer.
I don't
Next
like
question.
McDonald's food. I don't like McDonald's food. I'm gonna go Chick-fil-A. and I'm gonna get their
Oh,
spicy chicken sandwich, and I'm gonna
oh.
turn it into a cube, and it's gonna be square bread.
Turn
It's
it
gonna
into a
be-
Did you
It's gonna
did you
be a
ask him this
square-
question
a
before the
square
podcast?
piece
No,
of
he
chicken.
was.
That was
Dude,
the
he
most
read the notes.
calculated answer.
He read the notes, unlike
It
you
was in the
apparently.
The
notes.
most
But I just came up-
calculated
I came up
answer.
with- I came up with it on the fly right now. I just thought of it. He just turned a sandwich into a cube, make everything squares, and stack it up. Bam! There you go. Done.
Great
McDonald's.
answer. So much better than Mendy.
What's yours? What's yours?
So I actually had a menu item. I used to work at a sub shop,
You have a
pizza
story
slash
for
sub
everything.
shop,
This guy's got a
Okay.
story for everything.
and I actually brought a sandwich onto the menu.
No, you didn't. I need a
have you ever-
picture. I need proof.
Have you ever gotten the chicken bacon ranch from Subway?
No.
Okay, long story short, it's chicken, bacon, and you put ranch dressing on it. So at the sub shop I was working at, I did that. I would make it myself, and the owner's like, "Dude, what is this?" And I was like, "It's just literally just chicken bacon ranch." And they were like, "I'm making one for myself." So they made it. They were like, "This is fire. We're throwing it on the menu." And they were like, "Do you mind if we use your name?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." And then they switched it over to the ranchy, like right before it went on the actual menu.
Oh.
So it was gonna
So
be
you
called the
can't-
Pico.
So you can't
was-
prove that you did this, is what you're saying.
Yes, I don't have any rights to this sandwich,
Okay.
but
Okay.
all the real Urers out there in my hometown know it as the Pico, not as the Ranchy.
When they order it, would they say, "Can I get the pico?"
If you went in there and asked for that, they would know what you were asking for.
I'll give you that.
So, but other than that, if we're gonna do a big thing, it'd be Chipotle. Just to make you upset, Mendy. I would get an item at Chipotle. It would be steak. It would be lettuce. It'd be everything that's super healthy. And then I would just get on a scale every morning and flex with a selfie towards you and be like, "Look how healthy this is."
Mommy at McDonald's.
While you're crushing McMendy's with barbecue sauce down every day. God, that'd be so gross. Eating chicken McNuggets every single day, just like because it's named after you. Disgusting.
But who
That's-
says you
that's
have
the
to
guy-
eat it every day, though?
It's named after you. Of course, you're gonna get it every day.
You
gotta
can
eat
just
a lot
you
if
can
it's
just put
named
on a
after.
shelf or something, and then don't mind my green screen in the background. But you can just have a shelf here, and you can just have it on. It doesn't. You have to be eating though the whole damn time.
All right, you're just gonna be eating McMendy's all the time. I get it. Well, speaking of courage, that was actually much funner than I planned that entire conversation to be right there. Speaking of courage, he's a 100 Thieves member, and I believe it was last month or 2 months ago they launched the 100 Thieves Cash App Compound. Very tough word assimilation there. A lot of Cash App compounds. You can really butcher that. But 100 Thieves came out with a content house. So when I first heard about the 100 Thieves upgrading, I thought it was just a house. Then they come out with the compound, and I was like, "What's going on with the house?" Now the house comes out, so they have both a compound where they play games at, where their teams play at, but they also have a house in which people are living in, which Courage lives in, which I believe Nate Shot lives in there. And that's where they do their streams from. I thought they were going to do it at the compound, but they're actually doing it similar to the house they were in before, but it's just upgraded. It was like $100 million, I believe. Just like crazy amount of cash goes into this house. It's in LA, bright lights, even hotter sun. JC probably sees it from his window. But like, how sweet's that? Like 100 Thieves just really going next level, not only with the compound they built. Okay, now they have this awesome house. They have a pool in the backyard where you can just kick it, chill out. Not like any gamers go outside, because nobody goes outside if you're gaming, but you can go back in there, chill, have friends over, have celebrities over, have pro athletes over. Like, they're doing the right thing. Like, would you agree? Like, JC, like, by far 100 Thieves is just dominating the PR when it comes to esports and organizations.
I think that's amazing to have the facilities available for these content creators and gamers to really put forth the quality product and to hone their craft even more. I do think, and I don't know, maybe they have this or something, but I do think that they should have a mentor or something on site for these these teenagers and these young adults so that they can, because I feel like gaming and content creating and streaming, it's not like everything else in the world. You know, you're not getting that same adult interaction that you would be if you had a regular 9 to 5.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
so
not real world stuff.
yeah.
But
I mean, I don't
yeah.
want to knock it. These guys are talented and they're doing a great job, and you know they're putting out quality content, and they're really good at gaming. It just after gaming, there's got to be a plan for after, just like pro athletes. You know, you got to have a plan for afterwards because you can't be a pro athlete unless you're stopped for your entire life.
Don't gas
Big
them up.
facts. I adjusted pretty well. I went from being a pro softball player, current pro softball player, and now my real life's just gaming after that. So, no, like you have a good point though, and I think the best thing you compared it to is like pro athletes, okay? Because they don't all have real mentors either. Like some you see pro athletes throw their entire careers away, you know,
Mhm.
just because they don't have someone in their ear like, okay, maybe you don't want to buy 10 cars when you get that first huge check. Or like maybe you shouldn't be going out every night and you should be, you know, more focused on your quote unquote job because that's what it is. It's a job at this point.
Yeah.
Um, I just love what 100 Thieves is doing though. Like Nade Shot's doing it right. Like if you're an org,
Mm.
do what Nade Shot does. He's making gaming cool. He's got like Devin Booker wearing 100 Thieves jackets to Phoenix Suns games, and then he goes out and drops 60. Like, and everybody just sees the picture of him in 100 Thieves. Like, dude, what are you wearing? Is that a gaming thing? Like, you're a professional athlete. Like, people are supposed to be wearing your stuff. It's not the other way around, and they're just making it cool to game. And like I just think that's huge. And like a content house, think about all the content that they can just pump out 24/7. They can just have content going on.
Yeah.
Like Mendy, you and
Quality
I,
audio, video.
everything. Like you could just record the entire house. Just see Courage sneaking down, getting snacks late night. You know,
Getting that Chipotle.
would be great freaking content. Just like creeping down the stairs. That would be such a funny video. Courage, if you hear this,
5%.
we need nightly videos of you sneaking in, even if it's fake. Just sneaking through the kitchen would be hilarious. I love 100 Thieves though. Many you love what they're doing.
Yeah, I do, and I'm obsessed with their merch too. I feel like
Fire logo, dude.
Yeah.
It hits you in the face. You're like,
So
damn,
cool.
that's sick.
I love it. I
Uh,
flippin' love it.
I'm big about 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
I'm huge into them. So 100 Thieves, what's up? I'm Stav. Holler at me. Let's move on to something stupid, sad, interesting, and kind of just awesome at the same time. And no, I'm not talking about my streams, which you can find on Twitch, Stav_GGR, which are all those sad, stupid, legendary, funny, but
Maybe crying sometimes.
maybe tearing up. There was a video that came out. I think it was Thursday morning, and I saw everybody retweeting it, and I was like, "What is going on here?" There's this guy named SoarCarl. He's an organization called Soar. He's a Twitch partner. It was a video of his night before. He was drinking. I think he had Mendy's beverage up. I think it was a Coors or something. And for some reason, he pulls out his gun. Okay. Starts flowing it around, whatever, and then like jokingly, like kind of jabs at it and shoots the weapon off live on stream. Okay, it was one bullet. It ended up going through like a monitor. He actually took out a G Fuel like canister or something like that,
Shout out
and
to
like
G
it kind
Fuel.
of exploded a little bit. But so he did that while drinking live on stream, shot a weapon, and just sat there and was just like, I just checked the barrel and it was gone, like it was empty, and shoots it off. No one got hurt in the entire thing.
Thank God.
However, like he had like animals too in the background. Like he wakes up the next morning, does a apology video. But before the video comes out, he was already kicked out of his org. Soar kicked him out. He was banned on Twitch. Literally lost everything. Okay, when it comes to streaming. And he had one quote in his apology video that was just so perfect to me. It said, all it takes is 2 seconds of stupid and you lose everything. All it takes is 2 seconds of stupid, he said. And I've mentioned this before on a past podcast. This Twitch thing that people are in and are interested in can be taken away so fast. And that exact quote, takes 2 seconds of stupid, is all you need to lose everything that you worked very hard on. Right? You just flailing around. You say something stupid that you didn't mean, that it's a joke that goes over your head. Literally 2 seconds is all it takes, and it's gone. I mean, is it going to go to Mixer? There's other platforms, but
Will they pick him up though because of that incident?
yeah, like is Mixer sitting there going, "I'm sorry, we don't really want you." I mean, you shot a gun. Wait,
Yeah.
what is this? The Office where Dwight Schrute fired like his gun like in the thing, and he still tries to be a manager after? Like, it's just very weird. Like, do you agree, JC? Like, literally, it's a very make or break industry that can be gone in the Thanos thumb snap.
I think it definitely is. I think everybody's real sensitive right now about what's going on Twitch. Streamers are getting banned for doing questionable things, and that's good because the public is watching it. The larger public is now watching and seeing what these people are doing, and there's a lot of attention on these platforms. I think to act, and I think they're acting very quickly on aspects like this before the public jumps on it and creates this PR nightmare for the platform itself, for Twitch or for the org.
Mendy, do you like what these orgs and Twitch people are doing? Just like that fast. It's just like, nope, we're done. We're not giving you another chance. It's over.
You can say that about any workplace, any job, any company. They're gonna do that sort of thing. If you do something that reckless, they're not gonna be like, oh, we'll figure this out. We could. No, they're gonna let you go. So it's not like it's just them doing this.
But with Twitch, it is a little bit different. Twitch, there's always going to be the next SoarCarl. Okay, there's always someone else that's either up and coming. There's a million people that are on Twitch.
Yeah.
Okay, there's always another person that could take that partner spot. Whereas, like an actual job, yes, you'd probably be disciplined, and yes, you'd probably be fired. But a real job could be like, well, you really messed up. We're going to suspend you. Well, Twitch is just like, nope, see ya. We don't need this. Or an org's like, nope.
It's
we
their
don't need
brand. When you do something that reckless like that, it's their brand that you're
Well,
representing.
and plus, it's technically at work, right? Like you're streaming, so
yeah.
so it's like, yeah, you're gone.
I know it's kind of a scary thing where it could just be gone in an instant, but at the same time, like, you should be fully aware of that and not do something as stupid like that, so you don't wake up in the morning and like, oh, I probably shouldn't have shot that gun off when I was streaming there last night. So I it's scary, yes, but at the same time, how can you fight against that? Like, how can you argue anything else against that?
He was very accepting in his speech. It seemed like knew he messed up. Probably hates himself. Probably still right now is very upset with himself for doing it.
Yeah.
But he's gonna have to live with it. And I mean, maybe he gets a shot somewhere else. I don't know, but I mean, don't take it for granted. I don't.
Yeah.
It's tough. I do feel bad for him because literally it was just 2 seconds of being stupid. But don't bring your gun anywhere near your live streams, people. Please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Keep
I mean,
that-
even
keep
in
it locked
general in
away
life,
and be careful.
keep them locked up.
Yeah.
Keep them locked up. In continuing with the Twitch stuff, I want to get to another story that JC brought to us. One of the Twitch's more famous streamers, Pokimane, extended or signed. I would say signed. I'm going to go signed. Signed a contract to stay with Twitch. Okay, big news. Twitch has been doing this ever since people have been branching off, and they've been locking up their big time streamers. She did a YouTube video. She also did an announcement on stream. She said in her video she had deals from other platforms. I'm assuming YouTube. I'm assuming Mixer. Obviously, those two are going to be in the hunt. I'm just going to assume we're going to, when we say the other people, let's assume it's Mixer, because Mixer is throwing the most money out at the people to try to steal them from Twitch. She said she took less money to stay on Twitch, and the other company, Mixer, She said threw a large sum of money at her, and she said no. She said it was more than she even had in her bank account right now, which I'm guessing is already a lot because she's very popular. She has a great community. The summary I got from this is that Pokimane gets it. She understands that Twitch is the platform that you should be streaming on if you're that high level. Yes, you can take the money. You can go over to Mixer. You can go to YouTube for fat stacks of cash, and you'll have tons of cash. But Pokimane knows that Twitch is where you're going to be able to build the best and highest community that you can get out there. There's more people to reach on Twitch. Okay. There's a bigger streaming community on Twitch. So you go to all these Twitch rivals or these TwitchCon. What is it? TwitchCon? Is that it?
TwitchCon.
You have, an actual group of friends inside the upper echelon of the Twitch streamers, and they're all friends, right? And she mentioned that she mentioned that, and she said, it's just a better community, and I didn't want my community to have to go get Mixer and watch me there because you're going to lose some people. Like, not all of her people are going to go over and Mixer and watch her, and she gets it, and she understands that, and she compared it to Ninja. Obviously, Ninja left, and he was like, "Screw it, I'm taking the money and I'm running over to Mixer." And he's taking a big hit when it comes to viewers.
When it comes to viewers,
I mean, obviously his wallet took a big hit in the good direction.
yeah.
But he went he kind of sold out. JCubed, what did you think of the whole Ninja to Mixer thing? Do you think that was weird?
I thought it was interesting. I think Ninja is a different case than Pokey is. I think Ninja sees a different picture than or he's going at a different approach than she is. I think he's trying to get into other areas of entertainment other than just streaming. So him taking more money to go to a platform with less viewers, I think he's trying to get into other Main Street entertainment areas or trying to build his brand in other places other than in the streaming world. So I think was his thinking on, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to get less viewers. I'm going to get more money, but I'm going to be able to do these other things that I'm trying to do as well.
Yeah, like, he obviously doesn't need the income from his stream at this point. I mean, he's very recognizable. He's a very good businessman. I think
He's got a book.
He does have a book.
He's got a bunch of stuff.
Like, to me, I think he went there because he's currently in this mindset of, I want to be the first gamer to do this. I want to be the first gamer to do this. So when he was the first gamer to take a huge contract to go to another platform, he was the first guy to do that.
Yeah.
And he seems to be doing this, which is a great business thing, because you're going to look back and you're going to say, I was the best streamer of all time. I was the first person to get a huge fat contract to go here. But, like, what happens when streaming's over? Like, are you just like, his fame's going to run out eventually. He's just going to go back to being another streamer, right?
In theory.
And if he's going to be stuck on Mixer, he's not going to be getting the income that he would on Twitch. So to me, he could have done everything on Twitch. And I think in the long run, it would have been better off staying on Twitch, which I think Pokey sees. She's out there saying, I'm famous now, but in 5 years, I might not be having these same numbers, but it's still going to be more beneficial for me to be on Twitch because there's a larger audience. I can get more money from bits, donations, because there's more fish in the sea compared to Mixer. What happens if 10 years, Ninja's still out there streaming on Mixer because Twitch won't have him back, and his views are down to 750, not at 5,000? He's going to be missing out. And then that contract's going to be done. And they're going to be like, well, I'm not going to get a big thing. Like, you're not famous anymore. I just think Twitch is where you want to be for now. It gives you the best business opportunity to get your brand out there, to be known, because people go to Twitch first before they go to Mixer. I think Pokey sees that. JC, do you agree with that, or do you think it's on both sides?
I think for Pokey, I think it makes sense absolutely to stay on Twitch. I actually think for most large streamers, it makes sense to stay on Twitch unless they're trying to do something else and they need the capital or the contract money to branch out. I mean, that contract, Ninja moving to Mixer was huge news. I mean, it was reported on regular news outlets were
Yeah.
talking about it.
Yeah.
No,
Everything.
ABC News at 11 is not going to be talking about Poki staying with Twitch, but everybody was talking about Ninja going to Mixer. It was this huge thing,
Yeah.
and business wise, I think it helps him push in other directions. But for most streamers who are in the business of producing content, it makes sense to stay on Twitch.
I agree. Mendy, when are you going to Mixer?
Tomorrow.
Okay. Big announcement video.
No, I'm just gonna do it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Twitch, don't. I'm sorry.
I heard they don't allow turtles on Mixer, so see you, Speedy. See you, Speedy.
Don't tell her
No,
that.
I love Twitch. I think it's just where everybody is. Like they FaceTimed. It was Twitch Rivals or something like that, and all of Ninja's friends like Tim the Tatman and Lupo FaceTime Ninja while they were at like a party or something like that. And they were like, "Bro, why are you here?" It was just phenomenal. Like I didn't realize, like I could just see him like in his basement, just like sipping on like whiskey or something like that, just being so upset that he's missing out on. But that's like what you mentioned. Like the streamers have their own community inside
Yeah.
of Twitch, and then you go to these huge parties, these huge events that Twitch throws, and like that's where they all meet up and have fun, just kick it. And if you leave Twitch, you can't go to those things. I'll tell you how they are, Mendy, when I get invited to one next year. But it should
I
be
hope
great.
so, man. That'll be pretty legendary.
I love Pokey. I loved her video breaking it down too. She did a very good job talking about it. It had a lot of very good points. And for her, it made sense, and she did a good job talking about that. So, congrats, Pokey, on staying with Twitch. That's huge. Big props. We got 2 new games that were announced this week, and I guess you would say revealed this week. Okay, COD Warzone was announced as a 3/10 release date. So what's that? Next week? Tuesday?
That's Tuesday, bro.
Dude,
Tuesday.
For some reason I thought it was like a month out.
No.
Not anymore.
Nope, it's in 2 days. It's like 36 hours.
Yeah.
Crazy. This whole spring ahead thing is really throwing me off, I guess. So that's coming out Tuesday. JCubed, you looked into some information. They've been kind of hidden about it, and it seems like they're just going to launch it right at us. So if you have any backup information right now, that'd be great.
Yeah, they've been pumping this thing for ever since season 2 first came out. Actually, since the game first came out, there was like a little hint in the original trailer for the game, and then when season 2 came out, there was another hint in the game. They showed the supposed map for the BR, and they showed the gas rolling in and teams dropping in, but still there was nothing but leaks, and people were showing screenshots of the menu screen with Warzone on it, and some person somehow got in and was showing the training for Warzone. But it wasn't until just recently people started saying it was going to come out either 3.3 or 3.10. 3.3 obviously passed; it didn't come out. But FaZe Agony was on his stream 2 days ago. No, it was the 4th. So 6 days ago, and he said on his stream, it's coming out Tuesday. He says, I didn't sign a contract. F it. It's coming out Tuesday. So
They're just going to drop it on us?
Apparently he has some insider information that says it's coming out on Tuesday.
We'll see.
Cloaksy on his stream says that on the 10th that he's doing a sponsored stream for a game that everyone is looking forward to. So
Fortnite.
It could be Fortnite or it could be COD Warzone. I don't know, either one.
I think a lot of people are going to play this game.
I think so. I think
boys are buzzing.
going to be it's going to be big. There's a couple other tweets. Okami13 on Twitter actually said it's launching on March 10th, and he is the person who leaked the gunfight alpha before there was any official announcement. So
That's a pretty good source right there.
lots of credible sources saying that it's going to be coming out on the 10th.
Is this going to be third? Is this going to be a third person? No, it's going to be a first person. Assuming,
First
right?
person, yeah.
Is this going to be a Call of Duty version of Apex? Are you going to have attachments for weapons? Is the looting going to be very similar to that? Or do you think they're going to kind of have their own thing? Because to be honest, Blackout was terrible. The last battle royale they did was awful. Nobody liked it. Nobody played it. The big streamers that got contracts to play the game didn't even want to play it. They were like, "Well, I have to, put 5 more hours in this game still." So, but you guys are both looking forward to it. Mendy, is this something that you might be interested in jumping in on?
Oh yeah, I'll definitely try it out. I'm not that hyped up as I feel like everybody else is, but I'm definitely gonna try it out regardless.
I might actually buy Call of Duty just to try it.
Really?
If I watch people and it looks fun,
Yeah.
I might check it out. JCubed, you're pretty pumped about this.
I am pumped. It's actually going to be free to play too, so you don't need to own the existing Call of Duty Modern Warfare
Didn't
to
know
play
that.
this game. It's going to have its own
Huge move.
client.
It's gonna be
Huge
cross-platform as
move.
well.
I haven't seen anything on the rumors for that. I would assume that it's going to be cross-platform because the game itself is cross-platform.
Yeah, that would make
But
sense.
I'm not sure.
That's,
But the looting system is definitely going to be different because they have something called plunder, and you're actually going to have kill streaks in the game in the battle royale. So that's going to be kind of
that's interesting.
There's plunder, so every time you kill somebody, you gain this plunder currency. When you loot somebody, you gain this plunder currency, and you can go to this supply station. And I got this information from DJ Barbar in the GGR Discord.
Shut up, Barbar.
And,
You're good.
so you can go to supply station and you can purchase items from the game. So I'm guessing you're going to have some standard loadout. I think I saw a video that you can drop in with the supply crate. You get your loadout, and as you kill people, you get in-game currency, and you can go buy stuff at the supply stations.
Interesting. I feel like they need to do something different to really make a jump. You don't just land, pick up weapons. There has to be like their own thing that they have.
Mhm.
Fortnite has the building. Apex has the characteristics that each legend has. COD needs something different to make it stick and make it be different, not just a regular battle royale. So I'm very interested. Tuesday I'll be watching for sure. I'm sure all the big streamers are going to be playing it if it's out, and if it's free, that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's massive. Because
Get your download going early.
because spending $60 just for the battle royale that came out last year, people were not happy about that. Not happy about that.
Yeah.
JQ, what about this Valorant game? Saw the video, saw the trailer that they dropped this week. Thought it looked cool. Didn't do any research to what it is. Just real quick, if you have any information on it.
So the information that I have is that it's made by Riot Games, who made League of Legends, and it is going to be a 5v5 shooter. They're thinking that people are tired of battle royales and they want to go back to a 5v5 style shooter, and it's going to be more focused on precision gunplay than it is using abilities or anything else like that. So I'm questioning controller support because we need aim assist on our controllers.
Time out. So these people at Riot are trying to guess that people are tired of battle royales
Mhm.
and want to go back to like the CS:GO type 5v5 Overwatch, your squad versus our squad.
Exactly.
And they're like, we need a new one of these games.
With their spin on it. It looks really good though. The trailers that I've seen, the control mechanics look really good. They actually re-engineered the way low ping, high ping games work, because when you have a high ping, people are going to be in one place, and then they're going to you're going to miss a couple frames and they're going to be at the next place. They have some kind of technology that they've created to where it smooths that out to where you see the more fluid action that the high ping versus low ping doesn't affect you as much as it does in other games.
I was interested until you said that they think people are getting tired of battle royales. That's just silly. That's just silliness. I'm sure the game looked great, and people that play Overwatch or CS:GO, I'm sure they'll definitely give it a shot. And I think even some Fortnite and Apex people will give it a shot. That just irks me to think about that they think people are getting sick of battle royale. Interesting. I mean, it looks cool, so let's see. Let's wait and see what happens, and we'll probably learn more about it, in the next coming weeks or months. So, that's gonna wrap up gaming news right there. I think we hit on a lot of good stuff there. It was a good week for gaming news. I feel like it's been kind of low, since the start of the new year. Like nothing really crazy has been happening. So it was good to see, a full list of gaming news because I love talking about the gaming news. It's really fun to me. There was a moment at the end of last year where everything was just dropping. And then it's just like, all right, everybody relax, take a step back. So it's good to see more stuff coming out. And hopefully it continues with this way because I love the gaming section.
I think you're good. I think it will continue this way. E3 is coming up in June
Mm.
if it doesn't get canceled. And we'll get a lot of gaming information leading up to and then in that time frame.
All right, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Let's keep it going, gaming news. We need you. We need you out there. Let's roll into our second part of the general discussion that we have. And this is all up your alley right here, JCubed. We're going in the mobile field. We're going in the apps field right now.
Boom.
Just for you. Just
All
for
right.
you.
I like it.
Just real quick, because your name is JCubedApps. Okay, and that's not apps is not your last name. It's probably your middle name.
Is it appetizer?
JCubedAppies.
I love appetizers.
That should be Applebee's. That should be his sponsor.
That would have been a good one too.
I don't like Applebee's.
Ooh. Okay.
Next
Well,
question.
that's my every Friday night. So thanks for dumping on me.
There's
the best place
all around here. They close.
It's the best place to meet chicks. Got a nice Applebee's.
Yeah, I don't need to go there.
Any ladies out there trying to find Stav, go to Applebee's on Friday night.
Applebee's in the greater New England area.
Yep, you can find me at every single one. They know first name basis, all of the bartenders.
Hey, did you make that pico sandwich at that the deli place? Oh, that was you.
Oh, Rhonda, stop it. Stop it. Rhonda. JCubed, how did you come up with your name JCubedApps? I mean, it seems pretty simple to me. Why is JCubedApps? But is there a more in-depth reason why it's called JCubedApps?
It's not too in depth.
I want to go real in depth.
I'll go in depth as it is.
Oh.
When I was starting out in software engineering and trying to get in that field, I was making social media tags and the like. And at one time I had a website, and I'm like, well, I need to promote. I want people to know that I do mobile engineering. I want them to know that I create iOS apps and stuff. And okay. And I actually tried to just do JCubed, but that's already taken everywhere. I'm way late to the game on trying to get JCubed anywhere on any platform. So I needed a modifier, and apps was very fitting, and it worked. So I went with it. And now it doesn't really fit into the gaming side of things, but it's what I have, and I didn't want to make a second modifier for gaming, so I just kept apps. Apps is available on everything. I can always get JCubedApps.
And the legend was born.
And it was born, yeah.
So
and JCubed actually comes from my name. I actually have 3 J's in my name. So it's not actually a literal cube in the sense of a to the third power, J to the third power, JCubed.
Yeah, Mendy, you mind blown about this?
Yes, I am. Did you know that?
Yeah. I follow Twitter, bro. I made the connection.
Oh. Okay.
I wasn't born yesterday.
John Jacob Harvest.
Don't say his real name.
Sorry, Jake.
John Jacob. Imagine if that was your real name. That'd be great.
I thought the real name was hidden until Craig was like, "It's on Twitter," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
That's how I made the connection. So
yeah.
So that's how I got it. All right, so John Jacobs, thanks for being here. Really, no, I'm just kidding. So you're, as you mentioned earlier in the podcast, you are a software engineer.
Yes.
You make your own apps. JCubedApps is your Twitch name.
Fire.
So with that kind of angle, let's talk about mobile gaming out there. Right, you sent a bunch of big figure stuff to our pre-show discussion that had a lot of big dollar amounts on there. Reading's
Big
very
dollar.
hard for me. So can you just do like a quick rundown of, the size of mobile gaming out there? I think is a good way to put it. I think you have some good facts for us on this.
Okay. The size of mobile gaming. Well, according to this curation site that tracks app downloads, App Annie, there were 23 billion apps downloaded
Whoa.
in the third quarter of 2019.
Just the third quarter alone.
The third quarter alone. And across iOS and Google Play, approximately 40% of apps downloaded are games.
Interesting.
So that is a huge number. I didn't do the math on that. That's probably like 8 or 9 billion games were downloaded in the third quarter of 2019. Huge number.
That's monstrous.
Now, let's talk money, right? Because a lot of apps are free, and there's probably a lot of free games in that. According to this tracking site, Newzoo, the mobile gaming industry will reach $68.5 billion in 2019.
Almost.
That is 45% of the entire gaming industry. Console gaming, all console gaming has about $45 billion, and PC gaming is about $35 billion. So mobile gaming has the largest chunk of the pie there.
Wow.
And we've all played mobile games. I'm assuming I've played lots of different iterations of mobile games. The top 10 mobile games as of March 8th, 2020, today, number 1 mobile game is PUBG. Number 2
PUBG
is COD Mobile Garena, I think is how you say it. Then you got Minecraft, Clash of Clans. Clash of Clans is still on there. That game has been around
Years.
for
It's like 10 plus years.
Yeah.
forever.
I used to play that all the time.
And a lot of those games are supporting microtransactions, so they're getting you to purchase in-game stuff. Clash Royale, Fortnite is number 6. Then you got a couple games: Brawl Stars, Free Fire, Pokemon Go is number 9, and Geometry Dash is number 10. So mobile gaming is huge, and now there's controller support for a lot of these games. So I went on a business trip in last year in February and March, and this was before I was totally into Apex, but I needed to game while I was gone. I actually purchased a Bluetooth controller that worked with my iPhone so I could play Fortnite while I was gone. So I had Fortnite connected to this controller, and I could play with a controller on my iPhone.
Interesting. Dude, I had no idea that mobile gaming dominated.
It dominates, man. That's
I
huge.
should have connected the dots, because guess what? Everybody has a phone. Okay. Every single person.
And you're
Kids
not
even
home
have phones now.
all times of the day.
And everybody has access to apps. Free apps, free games it's just go hand in hand. Like I don't think Fortnite is great on mobile. I think it's complicated, but it makes so much sense for them just to have a game out there. Because why not? It's just people are going to be playing it, and you know what? They're going to be buying skins, and it's just an easy avenue to have on there and get people playing it and get people firing it up. And I love how Clash of Clans is still on there. The only games that I've ever played really on mobile are those Supercell games, those Clash of Clans games. It's an entire thing. I used to crush Heyday. It was another thing Supercell made. So it was Clash of Clans, but you like built the farm and stuff, and you You
Mhm.
know, you harvested freaking carrots and stuff, like legit farming simulator. I was goated at
Goated.
heyday. Um, Boom Beach, another one of those Supercell games, is really cool. I really like those. Mendy, what was the last mobile game you played?
God, I have no idea. Clash of Clans did bring me back a while. I used to play that game all the time. I think what's interesting too is that a lot of these games you can play on the iPad, and that kind of gives you more of an advantage than just playing on your phone.
For sure.
I don't really play any games on my phone anymore. I used to do it all the time. I remember I'd always go through the app store and try to figure out like the best new games to play.
I just checked. I have no games on my phone.
I don't really do it anymore. When I was probably in high school, like when we had what's it called? iPad touches. I would get any possible game I could and just play all of them. Even if I didn't like it, I just like trying them out. But I don't really do it anymore. I don't know if it's an age thing, but I couldn't even tell you the last game I used to like really play on my phone.
I just do other stuff with apps now, but it's related to
It's
gaming. Like I'll have
yeah,
Twitch up or something like that.
yeah,
I mean, I'm using Discord. I
yeah,
feel like 24 hours a day. Be- like, but like this is like these are all gaming related stuff, and it's crazy how much I'm not playing games anymore on apps, but I'm now watching multiple hours throughout the day on my Twitch app.
yeah.
And that's what like I don't play the games anymore. I just watch people play games now, and it's just it's really cool to see um what you can do with apps and all these things. I think they're doing a really good job. Um, what's the ceiling here for mobile games, JCubed? Can they get any better, or is it kind of tapped out right now on it? You mentioned that they have extensions where you can play as controllers on Fortnite if you want, but as
Mhm.
far as let's use Fortnite for example. They can't get much better and make it much easier for tapping and actually using your phone, right? I
Yeah.
don't think that can ever be next level. I think what you have now is the ceiling that you're going to get for a Fortnite type game. Is there anything that you think they could do better to maybe get more people mobile gaming, get Mendy and I mobile gaming again?
To get those types of games, I mean, Clash of Clans is its own type of game. It is built for a tap interface. You don't need a controller. I think those games are still going to do well on the mobile platform. However, the shooter space, the first person, third person shooter games that we're accustomed to using controllers for, I think we're going to see a revolution here in the market. Microsoft is actually coming out with Project X Cloud, and it's a streaming service. It comes default in your Xbox Series X and allows you to stream to any device you want. You can
Awesome.
use they've certified their Xbox controllers with iPhones now. So you can use your Xbox controller with an iPhone through Bluetooth, and you'll be able to stream your Xbox games, Apex Legends. Right now, I have Apex Legends. If Project X Cloud was out, I could stream that to my iPhone and play Apex Legends with my Xbox controller, or Fortnite, or Call of Duty, or whatever games I have purchased on my Xbox system. I think that is going to be the next revolution in mobile gaming. It's not really mobile. I mean, you're playing on your mobile device, you're streaming it to it, but it's going to I think that's going to take away market from the the Apple App Store and the Play App Store, because people are going to be going and doing that instead of, why would I download the Fortnite mobile when I can stream the real game and use my real controller?
You're just gonna Bluetooth the controller? Is that what's gonna happen? Bluetooth
Yeah,
the
you just
controller
use
to the
Bluetooth. Mhm.
interesting. Yeah, so like that's going to be a huge hit to mobile gaming if this is in that's in the new PlayStation and the new Xbox. Like why would you That's not technically mobile gaming, but it's essentially mobile gaming, right?
Yeah, it's
You-
not necessarily mobile, but you're streaming it to your mobile devices, so it's kind of mobile. I think it's going to take away from mobile.
I agree. I agree with you. I think that's a big hit to mobile
And I
games.
don't know if PlayStation is going to have it or when they're going to have it
The PlayStation has the remote play.
with just the PSP though, right?
No, I remote play from my PlayStation to my computer. I don't know if there's an app for it so I can download it on
Oh,
my
okay.
phone though.
Mhm. Mhm.
So they do somewhat have it, but it's not like installed into the system. So I wonder if maybe they just throw the remote play in the new thing or not. But that's
Now,
huge. That's huge.
Yeah, there was Google Stadia that came out that did
That was a huge flop, right?
thing.
Did you know anything?
It was a
Did
huge
you?
flop.
What happened? Why'd that flop?
They didn't have the clients. They didn't have the
Did they not have the games
user
to get the
base.
clients?
They didn't have the games at first, and they didn't have the user base. I mean, everybody owns. If you own a console, you have Xbox or you have PlayStation, or you game on PC, and you could care less. So Google Stadia coming out and saying, "Hey, yeah, here's our stuff, and buy the games through us, and you can stream them." It didn't work out. I heard there were delays and stuff like that that really.
I remember we talked about it
like,
when it first popped. And I was like, this sounds so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, why? Why would they do this? I think Mendy bought it.
I did, yeah.
Big Google Stadia guy.
Use it all the day.
Huge freaking Google Stadia guy.
I just parked it the other day.
Yeah, wicked pack. JCube, I have a question for you. You're really nice. You come into my chat all the time, but now you've been bringing this puppy dog with you, and it yells at me every time you talk.
Is that what was barking in the background earlier? It was.
So everybody, JCube made a bot, an actual,
I did.
an AI bot that travels with him. It's his companion. If you're in the Twitch thing right now, he's probably yelling at you. What is this
I gotta
thing?
turn it back on. What it is a bot that I created. I commented some stuff out. I don't remember what I did. Hold on. Can I try to turn this thing back on? I don't know what I did. I turned off the welcome to people. So I've been deciding what kind of content I want to put on YouTube. And I don't want to do straight gaming content. I don't want to do clips of myself. I think I'm okay at gaming, but I don't think people are going to watch that. So I'm a software engineer, and I'm like, well, I don't want to do software classes. I want to kind of tie it in. So I'm like, I'm going to do Twitch bot. So this Twitch bot that I have was an experiment to test the waters of creating a Twitch bot and what it's like to actually do it. So I have the Twitch bot is in the Good Game Report right now, the Discord, the chat, and not the Discord, sorry. It's in the stream right now. And I have certain commands for people that you can actually type in and hear and see different things that I've added. So I don't need Streamlabs. I don't need somebody to add a command for me to spam the chat. I can add commands on the fly myself, and they come up. It's amazing.
Your bot has been super mean to me in the past, and I would like to clear all the bad air that we have between your bot and myself. And I want your bot to be my biggest fan going forward.
The bot is the fan for everybody in GGR.
Can we make the bot negative towards Mendy though?
We can. If Mendy keeps wearing Brooklyn Dodger stuff, it will definitely turn negative. It is smart and it learns, so it will learn to be negative towards the Brooklyn Dodgers.
And you made this entire thing, right?
I did. I wrote the code for it, and I'm updating things and changing things, making tweaks, and preparing it so that I can create a YouTube series on how to create your own Twitch bot.
And don't take this in a negative way, but why'd you make this thing? What's its purpose?
Right now, the purpose is to mimic the functionality of Streamlabs and do the basic things that Streamlabs or Nightbot can do, so that I already have the code done so that I can go to YouTube and create a video and create the series showing people exactly, line by line, code by code, how to create this, what steps you need to do, how to make it work, and also educate them on what not to do when you create a bot. You don't create a bot and spam somebody's channel, because you JCubed bot can still get banned.
I want to ban JCubed bot from time to time. He's just so rude to me.
You could. Well, right now, if you type in the Stav command, he just says goated.
Goated.
I mean, he obviously has been watching me play Apex lately, so
Yeah.
JCubedApps gets it. Do you plan on making this public and possibly having your own business with it?
I don't plan on doing that. I plan on making it open source, which means I'm going to put the code up for people to use it to where anybody can use the code if they want to. But I don't want to. Right now, it's running on my laptop right here on the floor next to me. So I don't have. Oh, I don't want to pay for the infrastructure. I don't want to pay for web
Gotcha.
servers. I don't want to pay for anything like that because Nightbot is free. Streamlabs is Chatbot is free. Stream Elements is free. You know, I don't know. I don't know where their business model comes in to where they're getting paid for it. So I don't want to pay for the infrastructure until
That makes sense.
for that to come out.
I love how you made this thing. When you first brought it out, Mendy and I were like, "What is this thing?"
Yeah.
We had no idea. And then you were like, "Yeah, I made it. You know, we have commands and stuff." And you freaking made the entire thing, which is so crazy. Imagine if I tried writing a code. First of all, I don't even know what code looks like. Second of all, that'd be wild. The code would be like 5 + 5. And I think that'd be nuts.
So right now, stop. So it does a couple things right now. It responds to some commands that I've created.
Yeah.
And it greets people. I changed the greeting because I didn't want to spoil it, and I forgot to change it back to where it worked. But stop, it still works for you, and it works for me. So the first time I chatted, it said my creator is here. And stop, if you would type something in chat,
sure,
for everyone, it should respond to you
me?
as well.
To me?
Yeah, because it did earlier. So
Dude,
it does.
What?
It does.
How many White Claws so far? Jeez. JCubedBot. So it picks up my first thing, your first thing.
Yes, and there were several others that I added, and for some reason they're not working. I don't know why. Maybe they already printed way back when, because the bot's been on.
That's fascinating.
Oh yeah, there it is. It did. It said to Yvonne the first time she typed. It said, "Hi Yvonne, is your name French?" Question mark. And then hashtag not Evan Michael.
That's really cool. That's really freaking sweet. Dude, I'm super proud you were able to do that entire thing. It's just very impressive because I don't know anything about tech stuff. So like that would probably be the hardest thing in the entire world. Like if you left me in a caged room and the only way to escape was to create a code for something like a bot,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do it. I would just accept my life in that caged room. I wouldn't be able to do it. There's no chance.
Yeah, it was actually a real fun experience, and you guys are great sports, and I appreciate you letting me come into your chats and run some tests on my bot, because it's really hard to do it while I'm streaming. But it's kind of mind blowing what Twitch allows you to do. I could create this coded bot, and I can add this bot to any. I could go into Tim the Tapman's stream right now, and I can have my bot start saying random stuff to random people, and it's just so easy to do that.
I think that's awesome. I think it's so cool. Congrats on making it. I know you're going to keep working on it, and I'm excited to see. Like, I'm guessing there's never going to be a finished product, but can't wait. JCubedBot, you're more than welcome in my chat anytime.
YouTube video series coming soon. Next will be a Discord chatbot. So I'm going to do a Twitch chatbot, and then I'm going to do a Discord chatbot.
I can't wait. Let's get into some GGR Discord questions. Speaking of the Discord group, this is something we've recently started doing, and we had a couple questions this week. The first one was from Syndronio, and we'll send this one over to Mendy first. He says, opinions on keyboard, mouse versus controllers and aim assist in video games. So overall, Mendy, what's your thoughts on the beef between aim assist on controller players and competitive versus mouse and keyboard people?
I think it's easier to aim and shoot with keyboard and mouse. You can flick easier, you can move around faster. I feel like if you were to put a keyboard and mouse player versus a controller player that doesn't have aim assist, keyboard and mouse is going to win every single time. I think the reason why games try to put some sort of aim assist in there is to balance out that field, because now we're seeing games cross-platform. So I think some games maybe it's a little bit stronger than the other ones, but for the most part, it needs some sort of aim assist for controller players. Otherwise, it's just too much, or it's too much.
First time video game player, they sit down on a mouse and keyboard. You have two people who have never played a video game in their life. One's on controller, one's on mouse and keyboard. Who's gonna win that fight in just a straight shoot off, Mendy?
I'm gonna say keyboard and mouse.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna say keyboard and mouse. I mean, I'm still terrible at it, but what I'm trying to do now is every new game that I'm playing that I never played before, I'll do keyboard and mouse, and I seem to pick it up faster. And my aim is just insane on it compared to like my controller. I mean, I'm still a bot either way, but I think keyboard and mouse is the way to go.
JC, do you have any hard takes on this keyboard and mouse versus controller aim assist thing?
Keyboard and mouse is really hard. I mean, for me, it's really hard. There's a lot more keystrokes to hit. And I actually saw this one person on Twitter, a prominent Apex player for an org, he touched on the controversy. The tweet has since been deleted because it probably brought a lot of trolls out. But he was basically saying they're both fine. He said controller players have aim assist. No, it does not aim for them. It just helps them because the analog sticks they're not precise. So it helps them with the preciseness, and it helps them in close range. Controller players may have an advantage in close range fighting, whereas PC players have the definite advantage in sniping or anything mid to long range. If anyone who's ever played on a controller knows, it is really hard to hit those long range shots, to get that thumbstick to dial right in on that headshot. But with a mouse, you can easily aim and get those headshots. You can get them much easier. And I've actually watched some of the pros playing, and they say they can tell when a user is using a controller or or mouse and keyboard. They say if they've got an R99 and they just get melted with the R99, they know it's a controller player because that aim assist is helping that R99 keep on target. And one of the best Apex players in the game actually said that a controller player might actually do better with the R99 than he does. And he has insane accuracy with the R99.
This entire conversation blows my mind. Every single time it comes up. Every time I see it all the time in Fortnite. That's where I see it the most. It gives me the biggest headache whenever I see any of these freaking things. It's really aggravating. To answer anybody's questions, yes, aim assist is out there. It helps controller players. Do I think it's OP? Sure, I think it's OP. But you know what? You know it's not overpowering? Is the number of freaking keyboard and mouse players that enter tournaments and win every single freaking time. Controller players aren't winning these tournaments in Fortnite. They're not. It's just simple. Look at the numbers, see who's on controller and who's on mouse and keyboard. And mouse and keyboard dominates every number. There's always more mouse and keyboard players in there. Why? Because it's overall better than the controller. If it was so overpowering, all these people would be playing on controller. But why don't they? Because the other 98% of the freaking game is better on mouse and keyboard. I hate this discussion. It's so aggravating. All you have to do is look at the numbers.
Don't get mad at our GGR community for asking this question.
It's a great question. And like I saw Booga had a tweet this week. He was flying, he was rotating in a scrim or something like that. He had 51 health. Okay. And he hit a launch pad and he was circling around trying to rotate to the next circle. a guy edits out and hits him in the head. All right, it was like a 60 shot with like a with an AUG. 60 shot, eliminate him. He freaks out. Oh, freaking controlling player, bro. You had 51 health. That's you didn't die from a controller player. You died because you had low health. You can't blame everything on controller players. You're beating them in basically any 1v1 almost every single time. Stop.
Every time. Yeah.
It's a worn out excuse. Just play. Stop blaming controller players. If you want to complain so much, switch over to controller.
Yeah, true.
And see how fast your edits are. See if you're qualifying for World Cup on controller. Because you're probably not.
See if you're winning World Cup on controller. Definitely not.
Boom.
And you know, in first person games, I think controller might even be better than mouse and keyboard. I think it's more balanced. Fortnite, 100% more advantage playing on mouse and keyboard. And it's not even close. It's not even freaking close. End of rant. I love playing on controller. I love it. It's just going to be one of those it's going to keep going on. It's always going to be there. It's always going to be there. And when huge money gets involved, I think that's when it pops up more. But all you have to do is look at the numbers. Just look at the numbers. Mendy, we have a question directed to you.
Mendy.
This one is from Boomer Craig, and
Boomer Craig.
It was a 3-part question. Okay, he wants to know.
Question just for me. Wow, Craig.
He goes, Mendy, do you love video editing?
Oh, I do love video editing. That's like
great answer. How has technology changed?
Technology has changed a lot. I used
Thank
to be
you
on
for that answer.
dial-up, and now I'm on high-speed connection.
Okay, seriously though, do you love video editing? Because you did that edit for us to start.
Yes.
You obviously have a passion for it. When did you start video editing? I guess I'll make this question better.
Yikes. That's a good question. I probably started back in high school when I took like this broadcast class, and I realized I was goated at it. No, I realized I had a pretty good skill for it, so I kind of just doubled down on that, and then did it throughout college, did it throughout work, still do it now, and work unfortunately kind of consumes up most of my time, so I can't really have like that creative freedom to do whatever I want as far as video editing goes. That's why I was so interested in Good Game Report, because I can now, like, I obviously have a huge interest in gaming and I have a huge interest in video editing, so if I can combine the two and kind of do that in my free time, it's a lot of fun. So yes, I love video editing. That's like my creative freedom, and I've been doing it for since high school, probably like junior, senior year of high school.
So obviously technology has changed and it changes daily.
Yeah,
I think that's fair to say.
yeah.
Is it hard to kind of keep up with the new waves of technology that comes out, or do you embrace it because it's only making it better?
It's crazy. Like I can't even keep up with like new cameras that come out or new things that come out for the computers. Like it's always interesting when I hear somebody talk about, oh, have you seen this new this and that, and I'm like, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I still have like the same camera from like 5 years ago that's working fine. But technology is changing, it is not stopping, it's only getting faster, so I embrace it. I mean, it's definitely overwhelming, but no one's gonna stop it.
No one. What if I stop it? What if I just said no, stop?
Well, I mean, you're goated, so
True. JC, do you do some some editing
this
as well?
This is also a good question for JCubes, I feel like.
For your clips and everything, you do some edits and you do YouTube stuff. So same question. Do you love editing, and how have you embraced the new technology that has come out?
I do not love editing. I do. I'm not good at it, and it takes me a long time to do certain things that would probably take Mendy like 30 seconds.
Oh,
So it's tedious for me because it's not something I do consistently. So it's not my favorite. And I don't think I've produced anything nearly of the quality of that intro video that Mendy did. That was amazing.
I kind of want to play it again at the end of this podcast.
I think as technology gets better, I think video form resolution goes up, making things larger, and I don't think video ever gets easier to work with because we're adding more and things are getting large. File sizes are getting larger, still taking the same amount of time to process and that stuff, unless you spend like $20,000 on the latest MacBook or the Mac Pro. And
I wish I stuck with editing. I did a couple courses in high school on it, and I liked it, but I can't edit for anything right now. Any idea I have, I just throw it to the GGR people, and if it turns into something, it turns into something. But
it's just time consuming. I feel like you have to put in a lot of.
there's no shortcuts to it.
Yeah,
There's no shortcuts in editing.
yeah, and you kind of have to know like everything that goes on about it. But if you like it, it won't seem like a hassle, and that's kind of where I'm at right now.
I'm glad you like it. You do a great job. We can definitely play, and we can play it while we're transitioning over to the raid. I think would be a good time to replay that. So, gents, I think unfortunately we're getting towards that time where we're gonna call it an end. These are the plugs. So JCubed, this is the time to plug anything you'd like to plug as we get ready to sign off here.
Follow me on Twitch.
What a selfish plug! Not only does he have it in front of everybody's eyes, the entire, this is for the podcast people. This is for the people listening. Got it.
Yeah.
Go ahead as I rudely interrupted you.
Yeah. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/JCubedApps. Follow me on Instagram. I put my content on Instagram, JCubedApps TTV.
Boom.
Mendy, you have any apps? Mendy.
Yes.
Do I have any plugs?
Just the usual shout out to all my years, and stay hydrated even though I was sipping on some cores, and be healthy, and big years to all my years.
I hate you so much with a passion. All right, my plugs. I have two. I have a real one, and then I have a not real one because I'm 50% serious in my life, so I'm going to do two plugs here. The first one, I want to give a huge shout out to all the regulars at Stav's Bar. You guys have been killing it all week, so big shout out to all the bar members out there, the regs holding it down on the reg. Y'all know who you are. And second, I want to shout out Sunfire TV and her G Fuel stuff. She moved on in a G Fuel competition by people using her code SUN, SUN, in G Fuel. And I really hope she wins, because if she does, she's going to get an entire new drum kit. And I would just really love to see Sunfire win that and get an even better thing, because she's awesome and she does a great job, and she's just really cool, and I really admire her as a streamer, as a person. I think she's awesome. So I think it's tomorrow, so if you're doing a late push tonight and you want to get some G Fuel, use code SUN, save 30% off, and hopefully she wins.
Yes.
So that's my plug. I got a tub, I got a hat, I got a mini shaker. So go Sunfire, go. Gents, that's all I have. You guys got anything else for? That's a big fat no. All right, sick. Good comms. Good comms. Thank you, everybody, for listening. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, thank you so much for listening. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. If you sat in Twitch chat all night, and that's because you love our beautiful faces, thank you so much for hanging out and supporting the show. JCubed, thank you so much for coming on. It was an absolute pleasure.
Thanks for having me, guys.
I love you.
Looking forward to having you on again at some point. Mendy,
yes,
thank you, I guess, for being there. No, but seriously, awesome job on that opening edit. That was phenomenal.
Thank you, Stav. Appreciate it.
Everybody, thanks for downloading. Thanks for playing. Thanks for listening. Big Preaches out there. We'll catch you next week, next Sunday. But before that, we'll catch you at the raid party on Wednesday night. JCubed, thank you. Mendy, thank you. Chat, love you. Big Preach. I'll catch everybody next time, and thanks for watching.
Big years, people. Big
play
years.
the edit.